And welcome everybody to another beautiful Thursday evening here, Eastwood versus Perkins. We took a little bit of an hour-long road trip. We have finally made it. 5 p.m. is what our first pitch time is. But thank you everybody for joining us. I am Dan Ridenour, and this is Eastwood Baseball and Eastwood Sports Media getting ready now between another matchup between the Perkins Pirates and your Eastwood Eagles. So obviously, both teams kind of come into this as the heavyweights of both their respective conferences. Perkins currently 9-3, Eastwood 9-2. So Perkins has only played one more. Going to be interesting to see what goes on through today's game in terms of how they're actually going to play with each other. The last time these two teams played was May 11th of last year. That was at Eastwood. It was a 5-2 win for your Eagles. So that's what we got currently. Other than that, Paul Lotz and I are going to be on the mound for your Eastwood Eagles. We've been seeing him quite a bit, and you already know he's going to go out there and he's going to get the job done. However, for the Perkins Pirates, Caden Kroger going to be the starting pitcher for them today. And you know what? Let's take a look at the other starters for the Perkins Pirates today. Starting off the number 4, Dylan Crabtree. Then Braxton Martin going to be in the second spot, followed by Talon Walton. And then at the number 15, going to be Carter Koch, followed by his brother, number 3, Cash Koch, and the number 6 of Blake Parker, with the number 13 of Caden Kroger, who is on the mound again. He is in the 7th spot. 8th spot going to be for the number 2 of Sam Schweinfurth, and then the number 7 to finish off the rotation for the Perkins Pirates, Bryce Davey. And then beyond that, let's take a look at the starting 9 for your Eastwood Eagles. As always, going to be leading off, going to be Colton Woodward, number 1, number 3, Brock Messinger, and then the number 27 of Drew Kashmerick, the number 2 at catcher Connor Norton, number 28 going to be on the mound, the lumberjack Paul Lotzenheiser, and then number 21 Jack Sensenig, Cam Shoemaker, and finish it off Drew Ludhart. So now here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Looking forward to it indeed. So now here we go. And getting everything started off now. A little bit of anticipation definitely for today's game, and going to be seeing what actually we can do. And now, and so now just get it moving along. We've seen Woodward a lot this year, currently been at around a .3. Yesterday got an inside the park home run, and that was quite a day to see for him indeed. Yesterday versus Genoa was definitely an Eastwood dominant day, and you're heading into the 3-game streak. This is right in the middle of it, so once you get to the tail end of it tomorrow, you're going to be waiting for that. But for now, you got this game going for you. Really going to be exciting to see what you want, how to actually get there. If you can get 3 games coming into prom on Saturday, that would be quite the celebration indeed to be able to take it out with. Now, Colton Woodward, been talking to him quite a bit, a little bit here. His spirits are high nonetheless, and so a lot of the teams are looking for this right now, and they're looking forward to seeing what they want to do and everything. So now let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. Colton Woodward coming up to start. He's going to be getting it top of our first inning. It is game time. A little bit of pregame coverage done here today, but now let's get started. Your Eastwood Eagles going to be on the Perkins Pirates. So first pitch, Kroger to Woodward. Let's get him away now. Going to be high, and that'll be ball 1 called on him by the looks of it. So now a 1-0 for Woodward. Kroger to throw his first one of the game, so now we'll keep it going. Woodward going to take it again. That's going to be inside ball 2, just like that again. Woodward definitely being patient. He has been lately, but he's not afraid to jump on a ball if he has to. So he's going to take it again. Woodward high, ball 3, just like that, and we'll keep that moving.
1-0 on the year, ERA of 7.00. You look up and down that roster of Perkins.
And 379 average for Woodward. Kroger at 3, yet to throw a strike. We'll see the first one, however, that will break the 3-ball streak that we saw for Woodward, so he'll keep it moving. 3-1 count now for Colton Woodward. So let's get this started. Moving back again, that's going to hit Woodward. No reason to determine that. He's going to take a trip, and now we'll take it. Brock Messinger going to be up next.
And Carter Cook, and he You got a freshman on varsity who is your
Now, how
cleanup hitter
about
as well.
that?
Yes. So, I mean,
Great way to start it off. Messinger going to have it on first. And, we've been seeing that quite a bit this year. That seems like Woodward's primary way of getting on base is getting hit by a pitch. Seeing that way too much lately.
At 9-2 on the year, they're in a 4-way tie for first.
Now, here we go.
Northern Buckeye Conference.
Messinger going to take it. Lets that one slide. That'll be
All over the inside part of the plate.
inside strike
Nope, he just said
one.
it
That'll
was
be the
strike,
second
so
strike. Or, excuse me, they'll call that a ball. So that will be 5 balls currently in the game. He's only thrown 1 strike today. He'll let that one pass again. That will be ball 2 of the count. 6-1 of the day. 2-0 count now for Kroger. Messinger normally, when he's in this situation, likes to bunt or try to sacrifice himself. Woodward getting a decent lead now, but we'll take it. That one inside strike 1. Call to the at-bat. So now a 2-1. Only the second strike of the day.
Field day out here, especially on foul territory.
So let's keep this one going.
2 balls and 1 strike.
Waiting now is Messinger. Going to try to take it on. He's going to get that down. Bunt beautifully over on the third base side. Does he get there? And he does. That will be Eastwood off a beautiful one. Let's bring up Drew Kashmerick.
Nice punt.
And then Caden Donnell, however. So Cash will be the one on deck. You cannot forget Donnie.
Brings up the third hitter in the Eagle lineup. It's Caden Donnell.
So Caden Donnell getting ready to go.
On the year. Talked about 1 senior on that.
And how about it? 2 on the bag just right all of a sudden for Eastwood. Let's get this party started. So we'll get it moving now. Donnell into the plate. Going to take it away now.
Perkins coming in at 9-3 on the year. They are 4-1.
And so we'll keep it moving.
Division.
Right before that bunt,
Waiting to pass it. And there's going to be a discussion between the catcher of Koch and the pitcher of Kroger. And so now Donnell going to go over to Coach Leedy. Going to wait for it now.
You got a chance to put some crooked numbers on the board.
Well, let's take it away now, just like that. 0-0 count. We got 1 out currently. For Eastwood, Perkins getting started to a good start. So let's keep it moving. Donnell to take it away now.
First and second with nobody out here in the top half of the first inning.
So let's move it. Gonna have it. Donnell looking to bunt. He's gonna use all his force. And now we're gonna have a little bit of a rundown, but that's gonna end shortly. So we'll keep Woodward at second, Messinger at first. Donnell tried to chase that one. Does not go in his way. That'll be strike 1 of the at-bat. 0-1, and the first time today that Perkins has led in a count.
Very familiar face to.
And so now getting the signs.
Being Kurt Brown.
And so Donnell going to be looking forward now to see what he wants to do. 0-1 count now for Donnell.
But he did an outstanding job. We did Huron Edison game.
And so now let's keep it moving.
Tuesday.
Donnell getting ready. Donnell getting ready. Set. Now he's going to bunt. That's going to go wide out over to right, strike 2. And so now the 0-2 for Donnell. Just Parker going to get a hold of it as it rolls out of bounds. Out foul. So now here we go. Wanting to find what out Perkins can do there. At an 0-2 currently, Kashmerick on deck. So even if you don't get Donnell here, you have some good situations here for him to use him later on today.
On the mound with a 2-strike count.
And so now to find it. Great opportunity. Donnell lets that one pass. That'll be ball 1. So we'll see that one just slide by. We've talked about it a lot lately. When you are down in a count either 0-2 or 3-0, you can quickly get that back in your favor if you play your cards right. So Donnell getting it away now. 1-2 count. Going to get contact on the curveball over to third of Martin. Woodward's out, and Donnell is going to be ruled safe. So that will be fielder's choice. And brings up Drew Kashmerick going on up now. Woodward to get out, not quite fast enough. But that was a good situation there by Eastwood. Not the worst ending in the world. But we'll keep it moving away now. And so now the senior, Drew Kashmerick. Number 27 is going to come up. And he'll wait for it here. looking to find something. That it will go down low and out. That'll be ball one. 1-0 count now. We got one out.
During your basketball, football games, you got all sorts of film available to you.
And so now here we go. 1-0 count. We got one out. Cashmere waiting. Definitely choosing to be patient here, and you know this is the time to do it. So now Cashmere going to wait outside. Ball two. So now the 2-0 moving with the one out currently, and we'll keep this one moving. Non-conference game, 2-0 count, one out, and we'll keep it moving. And so Cashmere now going to wait. And so now we'll wait again. That's ball two. Ball three. 3-0 count. That'll be the 10th ball thrown of today. Kroger at 15. So a third of his strikes, or a third of, excuse me, of his pitches have been strikes. So now Cashmere got to keep it moving. And he'll take it and wait. And that'll be, oh, no, they're going to call that strike one. Barely hits the bottom right corner. Cashmere thought that one was out, but it will not be there nonetheless. So now we'll keep it going. No, one swing of the bat can change the world here. 3-1 count. Cashmere to wait, and that'll just be a walk. Bases loaded. He's going to take a trip, and now we'll have Connor Norton coming up in the top of our first inning. Eastwood now coming up. A lot of situation. Bases loaded. Good, bad situation for Eastwood. They can get a lot of guys home here if they are able to get the ball in play. However, Perkins also has a force out at every base. Lotzenheiser currently on deck. So Norton going to be up, and that'll be hit out to center by Davey. Will he catch it? And he will. So there's going to be a tag up. Here comes Messinger to home, and he'll get there safely. So Eastwood will get that one going, a sac fly. And that'll be an RBI. Eastwood 1-0 for the Lumberjack. Paul Lotzenheiser to come up. How about that? So Eastwood now will have the corners painted. Cashmere at first, Donnell at third. And here we go now again. So really looking forward to this and what has actually turned out for it. Eastwood has gotten a hot start that they needed. And so here we go. Gonna take it away for you now here. 0-0 count, 2 out. So now Lotzenheiser to take it. He'll let that one go. That's going to be hit, and that's going to find the gap between Walton and Martin into Crabtree over there. So a single, RBI single there for Lotzenheiser. Going to bring up Jack Sensenig to the plate. The junior looking to get things started off hot. A 2-0 lead now for Eastwood out of nowhere. Have really done what they need to get done here today. So let's get it away now. Sensenig going to need it. 0-0 count, 2 out. Lets that one go in the dirt. Going to hit the plate, it looks like, from here. And that will be a 1-0 count. So now 2 outs, 1-0. Eastwood also, however, if you notice, have Lotzenheiser on first and Cashmere got over to second. So Lotzenheiser to take it. And we'll wait. Contact made. That's going over to the short. And they're going to get a force out over at third. And that's going to be all she wrote. So we're going to head to the bottom of our first inning with the 2-0 lead for Eastwood. We'll be right back. This is Eastwood Baseball and Eastwood Sports Media. And welcome back, everybody, to Eastwood Baseball on Eastwood Sports Media. Getting it switched away here and looking forward to another day coming. So, bottom of the first inning, Eastwood up 2-0 after a good hot start as they got it started off. Dylan Crabtree, the senior, going to be the first man up, so we will keep that going. We'll see what Crabtree's able to do for his first at-bat. And his first one going to be outside. That's going to be ball one. So now the 1-0 count. Getting it started away just like that. So now 1-0, bottom of our first inning. That'll be a strike one called, however. So now he's got a 1-1 count just for him. So now we'll keep it going. And how about that? That's going to be a high hit behind us. Not sure where that's going. All 1-2 now for Lotzenizer. Going to be rolled a strike. Going to need something to get us moving, so here we'll go. Now is our time, a 1-2, going to turn into a 2-2, just for Lotzenizer right on it, so keeping it moving now. All even, 2-2 count between Crabtree and Lotzenizer for the battle. And here we'll go, that's inside, but it's going to be chose to be swung at. That'll be keeping us at the 2-2 count due to the foul ball, and so we'll keep it moving just like that. And now back at it again. Paul Lotzenizer, the senior, going for it outside. 3-2 now, full count. Gonna have to try to save something here. Anything possible, you know, on how you're gonna get there. And so now the full count inside, and that will be ruled strike three. Not gonna swing at it. And so that will be strikeout for Paul Lotzenizer. Not going to swing at it backwards, K, and we will bring up none other than the number 5 of Braxton Martin will be up next. So now here we go, and he's got Talon Walton, the junior, on deck. But first you got to focus on trying to get a guy on first, and you got to do that now. Lotzenizer at 6th thrown, able to finish it off with a down low ball one, however. So now he's got 3 balls, 3 strikes marked. He's got 1 foul ball currently that he's been able to get as well, and another one. Just going to keep us rolling along like that. All ones across the board now, so we'll keep it going. And now we'll keep that going. Next one, make it a 2-1. And so now we're waiting a little bit more. 2-1 count currently. And we'll keep this one away. And so that'll be inside strike 2 called for Lotzenizer. Beautiful one thrown by him. He's at a 2-2 count now. So the 2-2, we got 1 out. Waiting to find it. Gonna get him. Chasing like the sword because he's a pirate. That'll be strike 3. Another K for Paul. However, this one's going to look a little more straight. And so now Talon Walton, the junior, will be up to bat. 2 outs is what he's facing right now. Both batters previously in this game retired by Lotzenizer. So now we'll get it moving. Right on. And so now, a first strike just called by Lotzenizer for the first batter of our game. So now we'll keep this one away. And that'll be in the dirt. 1-1 count. 2 out. Eastwood still up your 2-0. You have Talon Walton at the plate, and that'll go in. Lotzenizer to throw. That's going to be inside and rolled out. 4-2-1 count, just like that. That'll be the 4th ball thrown by Lotzenizer today. And so now we'll keep waiting, and he'll throw another one. That's going way past us. Behind the box, that's going to be a 2-2 count. Now we got 2 outs up ahead. And a little bit of a crowd forming. Some people in the outfield, some people over on the Eastwood side. And here we go now. All 2s. Gonna find it and chases the high one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts, and 3 outs. Lotzenizer gets that on a beauty. Only 10 away from the season record this year, which is Caden Donnell. But how about that? And just like that, we're going to go to break. Heading into the top of our second inning. Thank you, everybody, for being us 2-0 Eastwood. We will be right back. This is Eastwood Baseball on Eastwood Sports Media. And we'll be back. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. This is Eastwood Baseball and Eastwood Sports Media. I'm Dan Ridenour. We got Cam Shoemaker, the second to last man in the Eastwood rotation, going to be up next. Quite a hot start for Eastwood, especially on defense. 3 batters retired right away, 3 strikeouts for Lotzenizer, 2 swinging, 1, which was the first, was looking. Shoemaker will be up after a fielder's choice was ruled from the shortstop over to third. And so now we'll get it moving. Shoemaker, for his first at-bat of the game, will get it moving. And he'll take it. Oh, and that's just going to hit him on the hand. For the 3rd time today, he's going to take a trip. And now we'll keep it moving now. With Drew Ludhart going to be up next. Shoemaker going to get hit by a pitch. The 2nd time that was today, and then a walk earlier from the 3rd time. Kashmerick walked, Woody was hit, and now Cam's hit for the 3rd time. Here comes now Drew Ludhart in the top of our 2nd. He's got Shoemaker now on 1st. So we'll take it away now. Shoemaker looking for something. 0-0 count. Going to get a simple bunt down. Going to use some speed. You know he's got that run back style. And does he get there in time? No, he does not. That is out number 1 that we have. Brings up Colton Woodward back again. So a sac bunt for Drew Ludhart. He'll be out. That'll be out number 1. But gets Cam Shoemaker over to 2nd. Great call. And so now we'll keep it moving. Definitely quite the day indeed. Thank you, everybody, for being us. 0-0 count. 1 out. Looking forward to it indeed. A lot of it moving. Colton Woodward coming up next. He's at it now. 0-1 count. Now will be a strike on Woodward. And so now we'll keep it away now. So on the 0-1, Woodward needs something. And he'll take that outside curveball. Ball 1. So now we got a 1-1. 1 out indeed. So here we go now. Top of our 2nd inning as well. And so now here we go. 1-1 count. Waiting for something. Gonna find it. Woodward's make contact with the inside pitch. That's going all the way out here. Had a head on it is Woodward. Good momentum. 1-2 count now, however. We got 1 out for that. So now Woodward to need something. 1-2 count. He's got 1 out as well. Frager wants something. 1-2. 1 out for Woodward. Needing something. He'll make contact. Curveball out, and that's going to go over to 3rd. And then back, and the catch is made. And Shoemaker's going to be out by a mile. And that's going to be the end of it. What a throw from the first baseman of Parker to get it over to the 3rd of Martin. That's the way we get it on a double play. After Woodward will ground out, we're going to have ourselves a break. This is Eastwood Baseball on Eastwood Sports Media. And welcome back, everybody, to Eastwood Baseball on Eastwood Sports Media. Koch going to be up, and more specifically the number 15 of Carter Koch. He's a freshman, And he's starting on varsity. How about that? He is the catcher currently for this team. It says a lot about the character and everything. Ball one, however, Lotzenizer to throw. And that'll be fouled off. That'll be the second foul ball thrown by Lotzenizer today. And that will be the 6th ball as well. So now we're 1-1 even, however. Eastwood still has that 2-0 lead in the bottom of our second. Not a complete waste, however. Perkins was definitely able to have a productive top of the second. Got a double play to end it. And that will be over his head, over to the side. Whether or not that hit him, not sure. Going to be ruled that it didn't. So that'll be 2 balls, 1 strike just like that. And that'll be the 7th ball thrown by Lotzenizer today. And that'll be a 1 inside. And then moving out. So that'll be ball 3 of the at-bat. 3-1 count now. Lotzenizer at 21 thrown for his first at-bat today. And he'll take that down the middle. Full count now. That'll be 3-2 to keep it moving. Lotzenizer's first 3 batters he's seen today, all strikeouts. Looking to continue that onward. Going to find it, and that's strike 3 looking. The streak continues. 4 straight Ks for Lotzenizer. I cannot believe it, and now there is a K sandwich, if you will. Crabtree and Coke being the bread of backwards Ks, then the meat of Martin and Walton being the forward Ks. Lotzenizer's got this. Here we go. His brother in the number 3 of Cash Cook going to be up. Swing and miss at it. 0-1 count for Lotzenizer after that. Very productive day indeed. So now Lotzenizer going to take it. Going to boom it and going to try to find it. When to take that a little bit. You feel the breeze in our press box right now. And so we'll keep that one away. 1-1 count now. We got 1 out up ahead. Inside, does that hit anybody? No, it doesn't. That'll be 2-1 count now. 1 out. We're keeping it moving. Cash Cook wants something. 2-1 count. Lotzenizer to throw. High pitch pop up, and that's going all the way to Grandma's house. That'll be a foul ball again. 2-2 count now for Lotzenizer, and we'll keep this going. So Paul looking for something. 2-2. We'll take it. Gets it in, and that will end the streak. Hit and 1 on out into center field to Donnell. And so that will be Cash Cook to get it. And he'll get a single on that one. So the streak ends, and that'll be hit number 1. No need to fear, however. Blake Parker is here, the junior. Going to have to find him here. He ended the double play in the last inning. So we'll take it away here. We're going to wait. Ball 1 called on Lotzenizer. So now that will be the 9th ball thrown today. Lotzenizer, 9 strikes thrown. That'll be outside for the 10th ball today. That's a 2-0 count. Lotzenizer's thrown 30 today. 1 out, man on first base, though. You know, anything can happen in the game of ball. And he's going to send it back. Play to cold food there, I suppose. Going to be ruled safe, however. And, you know, it's more Donnell than Lotzenizer, but really chasing after those batters on the bag, trying to get them picked off. 2-0 count. Going to find it. Gets him to swing. That'll be the strike 1 of the at-bat and strike number 10 of the game. So now here we go. Lotzenizer looking for something. 1 swing of the bat can change the world, however, here. And a little bit of a bunt, and that's going to be ripped and all the way out of here, fouled off. Hits the fence. That's still in place. They're going to send Easton after that one. Keeping the streak, continuing onward. So now here we go. Lotzenizer, a killer fastball. Indeed, really throws it there. Will say, however, going to the University of Toledo with a Bowling Green dominant kind of stretch here. Kyle Halleck, the Perkins alum and the Bowling Green head coach, with both the coaches TJ Blanton and Kevin Leedy going to Bowling Green and playing together as teammates. 2-2 count after that. The pickoff attempt, however, not going to work out for Paul. He's at a 2-2 now with 1 out. And so now we'll take it. On the 2-2, going to try to find it, and that's going to be contact made, barely fail on the check swing. Hepler going to try to throw there in time, and it's scooped, and it's beat out and safe. So now there's 2 on bag just like that. 2 singles, and so there has either been a strikeout or a single on every batter this season, and now we'll see it. The number 13
your old
of
swinging butt.
Caden Krager.
Perfectly placed that time by Parker.
And now we'll keep it moving onward here. Krager, the pitcher, up. Yet to throw a strikeout today. So now on the even count, Paul to throw. Going to swing at that and going to miss. That'll be the strike one of the at-bat. So now he's at an 0-1 now. Getting ready. Schweinfurth on deck. So going to have to try to find something here. Going back at it again. 0-1. And that'll be a 1-1. Norton to catch that. And so now we're looking at a ball one. He has thrown both 11 balls and 11 strikes. And now we'll keep it away. 1-1 count. Lotzenizer going to throw. Contact made. That's high up. Norton going to have to chase that. Going to barely make it out of our camera. Sorry about that. And that's as far as it'll go nonetheless. Norton going to catch that one. And so here we go. 1-1 count. 2 out.
Nice job.
And now the number 2 of Sam Schweinfurth going to be up.
2 men out now for Sam Schweinfurth, the Pirates' second baseman standing in.
And so now we'll keep it moving away. And you already know the inside rule between us and our players. If a pitcher gets 9 or more strikeouts in a game, he gets to keep the game notes. The only one to do that this year is Caden Donnell with 13 strikeouts. And so now here we go. 1-1 count, 2 out. And so now here we go. The discussion, possibly over the draft tonight. You never know, between Lotzenizer and Norton. Probably not, however. They got Kosh on second and Parker at first. So now here we go. 1-1. 2 outs. Lotzenizer going to throw it in. Contact made. That's going way out to no man's land. That'll be fouled out of here. So now the 1-1 count. We got 2 outs still, and we're looking forward to that one definitely.
Have to put this ball in play somewhere.
Definitely needing it in play here. Going to keep it going. All even. 2 out. Lotzenizer going to wait. Throws it in. Contact made. High up. Kashmerek looking to catch that, and he will. Almost lost that. Wind almost to take him, and that will conclude our inning. So we will be right back. This is Eastwood Baseball and Eastwood Sports Media. And welcome back, everybody, to Eastwood Baseball here on Eastwood Sports Media. Looking forward to it again, and welcome. If you are just joining us, if you've been here for the whole game, welcome on back. Top of our third inning, Eastwood up 2-0. Brock Messinger for his second at-bat of the game, going to waste absolutely no time, and that will drop into center field. A great one. right on it and going to bring out
well by the center
the number 4 of Caden Donnell.
in the infield to hold Messinger
And how
to a
about
single,
that?
and that is his second hit.
So the number 7, Bryce Davey, was the one out there to bring that back in. So how about that?
Now all of a sudden,
Messinger to get a single out to the center fielder. And we'll keep this one on moving. Donnell up. 0-0 count. Gonna wait. Beautiful curveball, however, there
Sweeping curveball
by
that drive
Krager.
right in.
A lot of movement on it. 0-1 count currently.
right back to it again once.
And we'll keep this one away. Messinger on first base. Donnell waiting for it now. So here we go. Gonna wait for it. Contact made. That's gonna be a pop right up the middle, but that's gonna be muffed over by the shortstop of the number 1 in Talon, Walton. Drew Kashmir gonna be up, and now he's got 2 on to work with. Great way to get a single. Donnell gonna get it off the error.
You flip it, and it just kind of handcuffed him a little bit, and all of a sudden now, instead of having no one on base, with
And
2
now the
outs,
error by our shortstop. And now here we go. Drew Kashmir. Last time he was up walked, but we'll see if that happens again. And Kashmir going to wait for it. The ball's going to go out, and they're going to send some speedsters moving along. Caden Donnell to get over to second. And the bad boy, Brock Messinger, going to get over to third base. So now not only is it just 1, it's 2 in scoring position for your Eagles. And on top of that, here's the cherry. 1-0 count. And boy, I will tell you, business is booming.
play now is at first base.
So now here we go. Going to try to find it outside. They'll rule it a strike, however, so going to even itself out a little bit. We've seen that a couple times this game,
All of a sudden, he's found that
where some balls go strikes and some strikes go balls. But there we go. 1-1 now for Cash Merrick.
Ball on a strike. I'm Cash Merrick.
So now we'll see what Drew wants to do. He'll take that curveball. Gets contact up the middle. That's going to find the gap, and Eastwood will score 1. Are they going to score Donnell? No. And yes, they're going to try to. And he'll get there in time with the high ball, and he's going to use all the speed he has. Drew Kashmir gets a double off an error. How about that?
4-0 Eastwood.
And already 1 shy of their win total from last year. They are up in a 4-0 situation now. Going to get that updated, and they have Kashmir at second. We've seen a lot of times this year wanting to pinch run him for Jamison King, and they'll choose not to, so a walk and a double for Kashmir. Here comes Connor Norton. Now, everybody, have you heard? Here he's on up.
3 for Eastwood.
Oh, count. Norton going to wait out inside to curve back in. Strike 1 called by the number, the number 13 of Caden Krager. So now an 0-1, nobody out. And we'll find it now here. Going to try to find it. That's going to curve. Norton going to have to duck for that one. Would have hit him in the head if he does not too, so that's a 1-1 count now. The Lumberjack Paul Lotzenizer up next.
No.
And so now we'll go. Lotzenizer waiting now. Norton up currently. Going to wait that again. And a sweeping to go. That's going to be high. 2-1 count now. And here we go. Waiting on it now. Anything possible here. And so now we'll keep it on moving. 2-1 count. 4-0. Norton going to find it outside and going to wait it again. 3-1 count. We have seen currently only 1 Eastwood batter, and that is Drew Kashmir walk. The other times they have gotten on base is by a hit by pitch, which is not a hit. So now here we go. Norton to wait. Going to make contact with that one outside. Popped up. Going to be a little bit, and that's going to be a slider and catch by Davey. Going to get him out. And here we'll go. Going to keep him at second. The Lumberjack, Paul Lotzenizer, going to be up next. He's got 1 out now, but a little bit of positivity. Drew Kashmir still on second as the wind starts to come on in here into the Perkins press box just a little bit.
Got a single left back in inning number 1.
And so let's keep it going now. 0-0 with 1 out. The Lumberjack Lotzenizer using his speed. That's going to go all the way out into left. Nobody going to move. That will be a fly out over into left field to Crabtree, and that will be out number 2, just like that.
At second base, and now Jack Sensitive with the H will come up. Who reached
Jack Sensinig got fielder's choice in the previous at bat. Currently looking for a second one. Cam Shoemaker on deck with Drew Ludhart in the hole. And those are the last three for the second time around in the Eastwood lineup. So here comes Sense. Gonna wait for it, ball one. So now a 1-0 for Jack Sensenig. Using some patience here, you like to see that. And where you're gonna want to go. So let's keep it moving on now. Sensenig gonna wait for something, gonna let that one pass as well. 2-0 count now, and we'll keep this one going. Prager at 41 thrown now. It's currently on the day. Sensenig ruled 0 for 1. So Jack, here he comes, gonna wait, gonna make contact with one. Ended up going back down the middle, but that's gonna be high and up, and that's gonna be all she wrote. That'll be the end of our top of the third inning. We'll be right back. This is Eastwood Baseball on Eastwood Sports Media. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Eastwood Baseball here on Eastwood Sports Media, getting it moving along. A lot of anticipation. 0-1 count. Sorry for the bit of a delay. Davey currently on up for his first at-bat of the game, just as to get a foul ball outside all the way over to the right side. Ball one, however, to get this started for the beginning of it. And that'll be a swing and miss on Lotzenizer. 1-2 count now to keep us moving away.
Ooh, they got a little tail on that fence.
So now we'll find it here. Gonna wait for it. He'll take him on the 1-2 and gets him on the inside. That'll be strike three called for Paul, and gonna have it moving along just like that as we continue moving on here. And so now moving back a little bit more. We'll bring it right on back. And so to find it now. Lotzenizer to throw in. Going to try to find it inside. And that'll be strike one called for him to take. Chooses not to go for it. Could be the smarter move in terms of actually what you want to do and everything like that. So now let's keep it moving along. So now I'm back at it again. Here we go. Not quite able to swing. So now here we go. 1 count now, moving it away. So now moving back again. A 1-1 to turn into a 2-1. Ball 2 thrown there by Lotzenizer. And so that's what you'll have now. They're keeping it moving along, however. Anything possible. Just looking for it again.
Spin it nicely.
And so find it there. So now here we go. 3 balls, 1 strike for Crabtree. Definitely in his favor by the looks of it. And so he'll take that ball forward. Just going to let that one go by. And he'll take a base just like that. So that is how we get it started. Man on first base now for Perkins. Here we go, just like it. So, you need this. You already know you need it. And you're going to keep it moving along like that so you can adjust and you can do what needs to get done now. With Braxton Martin currently up now.
On the right side, he checks the swing
And he'll check swing. That will be ball 1.
Martin also struck out with the first inning, so over 1 on the out.
And so now let's get back at it again. The wait over. So waiting for a little bit of something new now. High pop-up. Norton going to wait for it, and Connor's going to get there. And that should be out number 2. Pop out over to Norton. Great way to get that started. And definitely needed that. And so how about it? 2 out just like that. Crabtree still at first, so here we go. Bottom of our 3rd inning. Camera being a bit of a challenge today, but nonetheless, here we go. That one to go in, that's going to be over to Woodward. Back, going to wait, and he'll choose to go to second via the fielder's choice. And so that'll be all for the 4-0 after 3. We'll be right back. This is Eastwood Baseball and Eastwood Sports Media. And welcome back, everybody. Here we go. Cam Shoemaker on up next. Getting ready to go, and now back at it again. Back to moving along. So now here we go. Cam Shoemaker going to be up for the 2nd time today. The first time he was up, he got hit by a pitch. So he'll still be marked on the 0-0. And Shoemaker going to find it, so he'll take that, and that's going to be inside ball 1. Almost had a repeat of the hit by pitch. His first one as well go off the hand. And that's what we have now. And so back at it again. 1-0 count. Shoemaker going to find it and going to barely miss that one. Foul over on the side. So now we'll have a 1-1 count. And now here we get it back again. 1-1 count now for Shoemaker. 45 thrown by Krager.
Very important to get these 2 outs because that top of the lineup comes up. They can put the ball in play.
And now Shoemaker going to wait for something. Going to find it here. And that's a 2-1. So now Shoemaker waiting for something. Nobody out. Ludhart up currently. And so let's keep it moving now for Shoemaker. Looking for something here. On the 2-1, going to get hit again. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree. He's going to take a trip. That'll be the 4th time today. Here comes Drew Ludhart. Previous one he did was a sacrifice bunt. Got Shoemaker over to second, so we're seeing that again.
Like it hurt or anything.
Actually kind of laughing.
And now looking forward to it now. Tough like a bag of nails. Now we'll bet it moving. Drew Ludhart up now.
Laid down a perfect sacrifice bunt. Was retired by the third baseman Martin.
Well, he's going to bunt. Let's see if he can take it down the first
And
base
now
line. I
back
think
at it
Martin
again.
understands, and he's
Ludhart
gonna
looking
do
for
that.
something.
Well, Parker, the
And going to
first
step
baseman,
off will be the pitcher of Krager.
timeout.
And so now we're waiting for it again. 0-0 count. Ludhart to wait. Going to find it. Going to swing and miss at it.
Foul ball.
And that's going to be ruled foul, so Shoemaker will be forced back. Giving him an 0-1 count now for the strike one.
Returns to first. Nobody out here in the.
And so now let's find it back again. Looking for something here. 4-0 count, top of our fourth inning. Looking for something. They're going to send Shoemaker back, however. And now waiting for it here, bottom of our third.
Leading 4-0 lead. It's comfortable enough to allow his ninth
And allowing something to happen.
basically swing away.
0-1 count. Ludhart to let that one go past. That'll be strike two. 0-2 count now.
Nice looking pitch.
Looking for it again now. So here we go. 0-2 for Ludhart. Waiting for it.
2 strikes, the count at Ludhart.
And he'll take it. Ludhart going to let that one slide. Does not get by.
Nice 0-2
That'll be
pitch.
recovered swiftly by Koch behind the plate.
Nice stop too by Cook. That was in the
And
dirt.
so now Cook going to get it. And here we go. 1-2. Nobody out, and they got a man on. So definitely a dangerous place to be if you are Eastwood. So the belt kick deal up, and that'll be curveball to get Ludhart out. Strike
Nice
three.
pitch. Just handcuffed him. And
Krager to get one to get it for the backward K. And here comes Colton Woodward for his third at bat already. Drew Ludhart going to get a strikeout going. So now here we go.
Double play and the second inning.
Anything possible. Bottom of our third. Or top of our third. Top of our fourth, excuse me. Forgot to get that all reset, and I apologize for that. So here we go. Top of our fourth, 1-0 count for Woodward.
actually hit Cook right in the hands when he went to block that.
Cook tried to block it, but goes right into his hands, so we're still moving it along. Here we go. Looking to get set now on the 1-0. Going to have to go back, however. That's 1-0 count, so we're keeping it rolling now.
Now Shoemaker doesn't have that big of a lead.
Shoemaker not using his lead. Giving some signs. We'll see if he's going to steal or not, but an injury timeout, it looks like, going to be called over in the corner. Ball hit him in the hand. Going to have to go over that, and then we're going to have an injury timeout in play. Woodward's still up. He's at a 1-0 count.
Sports Nightly is your source for local sports 365 days.
So here we go.
Mark, Joel, Sherwin, and Yao
Looking
have
for
covered
something new and
sports,
interesting upon
highlights,
us. A lot
interviews,
of
stories every night,
anticipation
10:30 on
of what we actually have. And, you know, some announcements as well. The varsity baseball travels to Perkins today for a game. You're watching that. JV will host Valstoria. Both games were scheduled for 5. Varsity softball will travel to Elmwood to take on the Royals at 5 p.m. JV will host Northview. Girls basketball meeting in Coach Butler's room on Monday, April 28th during AA for anyone interested in playing basketball. Congratulations to our newly elected 2025-2026 Tri-M Music Honor Society officers. Your president, Cameron Brinker, your vice president, Savannah Stevens, your secretary, Mila Shoemaker, and your treasurer, Tyler Bengry. So now for the FFA, the mandatory 2025 Wood County Fair Market Sheep and Goat ID is Saturday, April 26th from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. at the Wood County Fairgrounds. All market goats and sheep will be exhibited at the 2025 Wood County Fair. Must come and be physically ID'd. You may choose to leave your animal on the truck and trailer. They'll come and pick your ID and your animal and place. All IDs must match what they have entered at fairentry.com. These entries need to be completed before the ID day. Weigh-ins at ID day will be optional for those who'd like to participate in the rate of gain contest. If you have any questions, please contact Mr. Swartz. Now, the 12th annual Eastwood Jazz Festival will be held Saturday, May 3rd. The festival will include dinner and entertainment provided by the Toledo Jazz Festival Combo and the Bowling Green, Eastwood, Otsego, Van Buren High School Jazz Bands. There'll be a silent auction with 50-50 drawing. Doors open at 5:30 p.m. Performance to start at 6. Now, we'll have some more information for that later. A little bit of a 4-course meal, a little bit of chicken piccate, a little vegetable medley, nested spaghetti, and some Italian bratwurst. Tickets are $35 for dinner and entertainment. Entertainment-only tickets can be purchased at the door for $20. Tables for 8 with preferred seating are $245. And tickets are available through the Jazz Fest. So now 1-0 count for Woodward. He'll take a ball to start it out. And just like that, we are back to baseball. So now here we go. 1-1-1-1 all across now. All even for Woodward. Needing something. He's even got one man on base and the number 1 up. So that'll be taken out into right field. The first baseman going to be chasing that. Does he get there? And no. It does not. And they rule it fair, actually. So hold on. And now they're ruling it foul. And now they're going to keep it going. And this is like a Sandlot style. Shoemaker gets home, and Coach McNulty's going to discuss. So it's going to be up to our umpires. Coach McNulty has the discussion. For a ball to be foul, it has to get into foul territory before first base. Not only did that not happen, the ball lands in right field fair and then rolls into right field. And so that should be a 5-0 lead for Eastwood, with Shoemaker coming home and Woodward being at second. And Coach Leedy currently on the mound discussing.
The problem is he's holding on.
So
Shoemaker at first,
a 1-2 count. The only discussion here should be whether or not Woodward passed Shoemaker, which would make him out. But nonetheless, if the ball lands fair, it's a fair ball. And the appeal does not seem to work. So they're going to have to send Shoemaker back over to first. 1-2 count. 1 out up ahead. Brock Messinger is currently the one on deck currently. There's only 1 out in play for the 1-2 in the top of our 4th inning. Woodward ruled 0 for 1 on today. In his 3rd at-bat, had a ground out previously. They're going to send a runner. Curveball down low. Does Shoemaker get there in time? And he does. How about it? So now that should be a 2-2 count now for Woodward. And you got Shoemaker, the number 5, in scoring position, looking to get your 5th run.
That was nicely done by Cook just to make a close play out of that.
And a good play by Cook. 2-2 now, 1 out. We're keeping it moving. After Shoemaker to get the steal. Woodward to let that one take it off the dome, and he's going to take a trip for the 2nd time today. Woodward's going to get a little battered and bruised. He'll get on base that way. Not sure exactly that's how he wanted to do it. But the curveball really hit him in the head, and so here comes Messinger. Got a single to center field, a 1 moving. Had his first at-bat in the game, which was a sacrifice bunt. And so now here we go. Looking forward to it away again. 2 for 2 is Messinger. He's got 2 on bag now. A lot of possibilities as well. And so here we go. 4 out. Messinger looking to bunt. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree. That's going to be a slow roller, and everybody's going to get a dance partner. Bases loaded. Get the nachos now. Business is booming. And here comes the number 4, Caden Donnell. Beautiful bunt. Krager at 56 thrown today. Messinger, they're going to roll that was towards the 3rd baseman of the number 5 of Braxton Martin. But now they're going to get a bit of a discussion. What they want Donnell to do is anybody's guess, but we're going to take a break for the mound visit. Here we go. This is Eastwood Baseball and Eastwood Sports Media. Oh, here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Brief mound visit has concluded. 4-0 your score. Number 4, Caden Donnell going to be up. He has been doing pretty well today. Looking forward to seeing him. He got a single off an error from the first baseman and a fielder's choice. 0 for 2 ruled, looking to get his first hit today. Can't let the stats show that, however. He has been productive, and he's going to get a grounder over to short. Going to head that home off the force out, and that's going to be it. So now Shoemaker gets out. 2 outs, but you got the big man going up again the second time. Call Donnell a soccer player. He's going to get FC for another time today. Fielder's choice. That's going to head back home. Going to be ruled over to Cook, excuse me. And now you have Woodward at third, Messinger at second, and Donnell at first base after the fielder's choice. So here we go. Cashmere going to wait. Strike one, 0-1 count for him now. Not the end of the world, but here we go. You got your 3 leadoff batters on the bags right now. You just got to try to get it in play. Who knows? You could see something magical. One swing of the bat, change the world. That'll be strike 2. 0-2 count just like that. So that's what you have over an hour of game time currently played. But here we go. Kashmerick seeming unfazed with what he's got. 0-2 count, 2 out, up ahead. Here we go. Now Kashmerick waiting back again. 0-2. 2 outs. Krager, at 60 thrown today. Kashmerick ruled 1 for 1. Throws in. Kashmerick swings. They're going to chase that one out. Not going to get anywhere for it. So the walk, the double, and now the strikeout for Kashmerick. And a pickle avoided as we head to the bottom of the 4th on Eastwood Sports Media. Welcome back, everybody, to Eastwood Baseball and Eastwood Sports Media. Bottom of our 4th now. The number 15 going to be ruling. Carter Cook going to be getting us moving. And Lotzenizer still going strong on the mound. 4 strikeouts ruled today. But here we go for Cook. Got a strikeout looking earlier in his first at-bat, so wants to change that. But here we go. First pitch you'll see. Going to be ball 1, so now the 1-0 count for him as we're still going along here. Lotzenizer going to throw back in, gets him strike 1 on the second pitch. 1-1 count just like that. Here we go. Lotzenizer been doing that on the hot streak today. Going to try again. That's strike 2. 1-2 count for the Lumberjack to keep it moving. Definitely having his day currently. As we keep this rolling along, Lotzenizer on a 1-2 has it in his lead. Make that 2-2 work even now. After that one, going to scrape the dirt just a little bit. Norton to save it, however. So Lotzenizer going to wait. Belt kick deal right in and gets that on. Down low is ruled full count. So the 3-2. Almost going to get that going for you. Not quite. So here we go. Now back at it again. Contact's made. Going to hit our box. Right up here at Perkins. That will be fouled off, however. 3-2 count now for Lotzenizer. He's at 56 thrown today.
feel.
And that's quite your scenario you got here for
There
you.
hasn't probably been a lot of base runners.
And now back at it again, going to try to find it. Ludhart grounds over, and that's out number 1 of the inning. How about it? Now the number 3 going to come up in his brother in Cook again. This time going to be Cash Cook, number 3. And boy, something about a white 3 in a black jersey or just black whatever seems to be a little bit intimidating. But now here we go. Cook, who singled in his previous at bat, the freshman getting ready to go.
An average of 281 on the season, and first pitch is up high.
That'll be high, ball 1. So the previous at bat, his second one currently of the day. He's now on his single. He got a single in his first, but here we go. That's a fly out to Shoemaker. Not going to chase it, and he will fly out into right, and that'll be
out number 2.
Out number 2.
And it is going to bring up Blake Parker, who is 1 for 1.
And so now here we go.
Single down the third baseline.
Excited for this one as well. 2 outs now. Going to bring up our number 6 of Blake Parker, the junior, waiting for him now. So after the flyout, 2 outs. Parker 1 for 1 today. Blake Parker singled in his previous at bat. He's going to hit that one high out fly, and that's going to be fouled way out of here. That's not going anywhere. Hepler chasing it like a madman as that's going over towards the parents out there. Nobody to catch it. However, some fan going to get a souvenir now. 0-1 count.
Football team, Blake Parker doing a nice job in the wide receiver position for the Pirates squad this year.
So here we go. 0-1 count. 2 out. Going to try to find it, chase him, make that an 0-2. Lotzenizer able to get the Pirate on the sword. And so now here we go. Looking forward to it now as well. Parker going to find it with the 0-2 outside. That'll be ball 1. 1-2 now as we're keeping it moving along here. So now the 1-2. Only 2 out, so anything possible. Going to hold it, however, on a check swing. Chooses not to go. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So now here we go. Waiting for it, however. 2-2 count now with the 2 out. Lotzenizer going to take it in on his next one. Full count just like that for the 3-2.
So the count is full now on Parker with 2 outs.
Full on Parker, 2 out. Full count, if you will. Lotzenizer at 65 throws in, and they're going to get him on the strike 3 looking. So if you need anything like it's a Walmart, nope, I'm just looking. Blake Parker going to get out. This is Eastwood Baseball here on Eastwood Sports Media. Eastwood up 4-0 after 4. Welcome back, everybody, to the top of our 5th inning, going by pretty swimmingly, but here we go. Connor Norton now, everybody. Have you heard he's going to be the one up? Norton excited, and did you hear we do have a new pitcher, Quentin Bennett, going to be heading on in. Krager finishes with 1 strikeout, which the batter was looking.
Actually did a nice job to get out of that.
So Norton, for his 3rd at-bat of the game, ruled 0 for 1 today. First pitch, however, going to be flied out, and that will be 0-1 count currently for Norton. So now here we go.
Leading off here in the 5th inning for Eastwood.
Leading off in the 5th inning for Eastwood. We'll take it away again. 0-1 count now for Norton, and we'll take it.
0 for 2.
Gonna head that in, gonna get good contact with it. Barely rides the 3rd baseline, and that's a fair ball, and he's gonna try to go 2. No, he's not. I lied there. He's just gonna stay back. Looked like he was going to try to go 2, chooses not to, however. But Lumberjack Paul Lotzenizer going to get on after the single there by Norton. So now for his 3rd at-bat as Lotzenizer, he had a single that got an RBI and a flyout into left field. He's 1 for 2 today just because of that. Top of the 5th now. Here we go. Lotzenizer going to take it high curve. That's going to hit his back. And for the 5th time today, we're going to have an Eastwood batter take a trip. And that's going to be going hit by pitch. And that will be the 4th time somebody's been hit by a pitch today, if I do my math correctly. And that will be the 1st time Paul has been hit. Jack Sensinig now, everybody. Hey, y'all, he's up. Gonna have to find it.
So far today.
And so here we go. Sensinig on it, indeed. So now here we go. The right-hander going to look for it.
Started here for Eastwood, already leading it 4-0 here in the top.
Oh, count to get set.
Pirates worked out
And looking for something. So now here we go. Sensinig to take it. Beautiful curve. Hit up the middle. Is that going to be caught? And Norton will not get there. Runners to stay. And Davey out in center field to make that catch, out number 1. And so Lotzenizer will stay at first, Norton will stay at 2nd. And Sensinig will be out, and so here we go.
On base. Whatever it takes to get on base.
For Cam Shoemaker, hit by pitch in 2 at-bats today. Will we see it for a 3rd? You never know. I don't think I've seen that, though, in my 4 years. Somebody get hit by a pitch back-to-back.
Keep the rally alive here.
So here we go for Shoemaker. Going to wait for something. Going to swing at his first one, and that'll be high and missed. 0-1 count. Not going anywhere for that, so here we go. Waiting on now to see what he wants to do. 0-1 count now at it. And Shoemaker will go. Waiting for it here. 0-1 count, 1 out. For Shoemaker, runner going, going to try to get him, and he's going to get there. Ball is safe for Norton. And now a 1-1 count. Lotzenizer chooses not to advance either, so now you got a 1-1 count going for you now. 1 man, but you got 2 on bag, and you got corners painted if you're Shoemaker, so here we go.
1 ball, 1 strike. Runners now at 1st and 3rd.
And so they're going to step back and force Lotzenizer to rethink his decisions. Not sure he's going to be choosing, however, to steal, but anything possible. A part of the 20-mile-an-hour club. Lotzenizer to go. Strike called. Lotzenizer halfway over to first when he catches that, going to get over to second safely. Norton at 3rd, Lotzenizer at 2nd. 1-2 count now. And here we go. Trying to get all the momentum you can for tomorrow at Rossford. Boy, we'll be excited for that one. 1-2 count now with 1 out.
And Bennett
looks to throw. He's at 7 today. Going to be inside and out, but a strike 3. Both pitchers, for Perkins today will be backwards Ks. That's the 2nd one they've thrown. Drew Ludhart up, however, and he's got 2 in scoring position to work with.
9 spot in the order is Drew Ludhart, who is.
So here we go for Ludhart.
0-0
count with 2 out. Been looking today. He got a backward K and a sacrifice earlier. So here we go. Going to make contact with that high out and way beyond us. So that will be strike 1 ruled. So now the 0-1. And we'll keep that one moving just like that. 0-1 with 2 out.
On 2nd and 3rd, he's from the stretch. So he's in his perfect position for
And so now back at it again. Here we go for Ludhart. 0-1 count. We got 2 outs up ahead.
Kid, I never pitched out of a stretch.
Really?
And we'll
Without-
take that now.
unless I
A
totally
step back
need
as
to
well
let
as Bennett choosing to get off. Quentin Bennett not taking any chances here. That's going to be his decision, and he's going to live by that one.
pitch on the way
Here
from Bennett
in the
is high and
0-1,
tight,
make that
and it's a ball and a strike.
a 1-ball, 1-strike scenario for Ludhart. 1-1 count, and we're keeping it
Two
moving
outs,
just like
runners
that.
at second and third. Norton is at third.
2 outs for runners at
Lotzenizer
second
down
and
at
third.
second.
Lotzenizer at second. And then as well, Norton at third. So now here we go on the 1-1, 2 out. And we'll keep that one going. Contact made by Ludhart way out of here. That'll make it a 1-2. So how about that going in on the hand? Chooses not to go, however, as we may have to switch to radio soon. Currently 1-2 count, however. Ludhart 0 for 1 currently on our day. Woodward on deck currently.
So Bennett now with a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Drew Ludhart.
So now
the
Ludhart
Eagles'
waiting.
Second baseman.
Going to be excited for it as well. So here we go on the 1-2.
Stretch. 1-2
He'll
pitch.
take it high and going to have to duck for that 2-2 count.
Didn't curve enough, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Not going to eat that one. He'll let that one go by. Could be the right decision. So here we go.
On deck, so this is a big spot
Now on the 2-2, getting ready to go. Ludhart going to make contact with it. That's up the middle and cut off at third and over. And that'll be out. And that's all she wrote for the top of our 5th inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th like that. And we're going to head to radio as well for the next inning. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We are getting right back into it. This is Eastwood Baseball and Eastwood Sports Media. And welcome back, everybody. This is Eastwood Baseball and Eastwood Sports Media. Going to get this situated now. Bottom of our 5th inning. Getting it moving along. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Eastwood currently up 4-0 in this game. And been a lot of anticipation. Having the camera have issues with that currently this year. And the apple happens to fall again. But the number 22, Quentin Bennett, dubbed for Caden Krager, the starter. And he's on the mound currently. Inside for Lotzenizer, going to be ball 1. So now the 1-0 for Lotzenizer, and we're still going strong. So here we go for Paul. 1-0 count. He'll take another one. Ball 2 for the 2-0.
No strikes. The count.
Quite the interesting scenario. How about it? 2-0 count for him right now. Quentin Bennett, the junior, will take it again, and he'll get a strike on it. 2-1. Lotzenizer able to recover swimmingly. So here we go at it again. 4-0 currently. Lotzenizer going to throw, and he reached for it. That'll be strike 2. Whether or not that was actually in, it's kind of hard to tell. But what we do see is that there was a bit of a check swing scenario. 2-2 now. Lotzenizer throws again. And the same spot. He's going to paint it. The check swing for Bennett. And that'll be the 6th strikeout for Lotzenizer. Looking for around 6-7 today. Here we go. Sam Schweinfurth up
That's 7
again
strikeouts now
after
for
Bennett for his
Lawson
first
Heiser, and
at bat
5
will
of
get
them
a
are
backwards
balls.
K on it. Schweinfurth for his second at bat
So here's
today
Sam Schweinfurth,
was
who's
a
going to take
pop
strike.
out over to the first baseman of Drew Kashmarek. First
Sam
one,
popped
however,
out to the
going
first
for him,
baseman in his first
going
at-bat
to
back
be
in the second
a
inning, so he's 0 for 1.
strike on that. So now 0-1 going out into left field over to Woodward, back and not in time, however, over to Kashmarek. So that will be a safe hustle there. Going to be a single as well for Schweinfurth. And now we should head back over to the number 4. Or excuse me, but first we need Davey. How could I forget? Davey, the center fielder, in the 9th spot. Bryce Davey, the sophomore, to get it away. Now he's got a man on base, 1 out. Let's see what they're able to keep this moving along in the bottom of the 5th inning. And he'll take it back to the Lumberjack. Over to Woodward, going to try again and save fielder's choice, not in time. Fielder's choice over to the shortstop of Woody. The right decision. You're going to be in your same scenario, but this time you got another out to work with, so no harm, no foul. And now we go to the top. Dylan Crabtree up, back at it again. The only senior on this Perkins roster. Quite a different scenario from Eastwood. I mean, you're currently looking at countless. You got most of your seniors starting, and then Jamison King, Andre Lantigua as well to work with. But the runner to go, and that'll be Woodward in time, and it's safe. The throw just a tad high by Norton, did not curve down in time. So now Davey using some speed, he'll get a successful stolen base. Crabtree now has a man in scoring position to try to get rid of this goose egg for the Perkins Pirates.
But Davey, he just made so many big plays in every sport this year.
And now here we go, the 1-0, 2 out. Lotsenizer to step off, and now here we go. Crabtree wanting something, but here we go.
Being in the spotlight.
He'll throw, curves in, Lotsenizer gets him on a strike. Or now, excuse me, on a ball, 2-0 count, barely able to get it. 2 balls, no strikes now for Crabtree.
Runner in scoring position for the Pirates. It's the second.
Runner now in scoring position for Lotsenizer. 2-0 count currently, and we'll take it. Yes, it'll be ball 3 with 1 in scoring position. Not a good scenario for Paul, though. 2-0 now, 2 out after the previous play. How could I forget? Now, here we go. 2-1 count now. Green light could be among us, and that will be making it 3-1. Not going to happen, however. So we're waiting now to see what else is possible here. 3-1 count for 2 out. And now here we go to Crabtree to miss. Full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and we're waiting now to keep this one moving along. So now the full count here. Lotsenizer to get set. Going to try to get the deal, and that'll go in, and that's going to be high, popped up. Where does that go? And then it'll go behind home all the way out of here. That'll be a full count now. 3-2 is what you got.
Being a senior, he's not going to go down looking on a called third.
And not
strike.
going down swinging by any stretch of the imagination. Full count now, going to be inside, and that's going to be not going to happen for him. So that'll be ball 4. Going to walk the second walk of the afternoon thrown by Lotsenizer. And how about that? Crabtree to walk after a single and a strikeout previously in this game. The other walk coming earlier from, if I am not mistaken here, by Arnos. It was, gosh, who was the one who originally walked. But here we go, back at it again. And the runner's trying to go, and that's going to be the hit and run fouled out. And that'll be way out of here, not going to go anywhere. So here we go. Perkins really trying to get something, beat NBC team, and beat an NBC team in 20-2 over Fostoria. Other similar opponents, 8-3 over Bellevue and 13-6 over Clyde. Both teams, Eastwood beat 10-0 and then 4-2, respectively, this year. And then the hit, however, fouled out by the number 5 of Braxton Martin, puts us at an 0-2 now, up ahead. So here we go on the 0-2. Lotsenizer to get set.
One of those runners home.
Now back to go. Gonna try to take it, and that'll be way behind us again. 0-2 count ruled, so keeping the at-bat alive, definitely fighting, staying alive like there's nobody's business moving. Really what you need to do currently.
Stay alive in there and an 0-2 count.
Anything to stay alive here. 0-2 now.
2 outs.
With the 2 outs, runners on first and second. Davey at second, Crabtree to first. Now here we go. On the 0-2, Lotzenizer for Eastwood to throw, and a line shot, base hit. Messinger going to have to try to throw it home. One will score, and now the Pirates will get a run in the bottom of the 5th inning and break the goose egg. 4-1 now your score. 0-2 count moving up and away. Now the number 1 of Talon Walton going to be up here for the Perkins Pirates in the bottom of our 5th with 2 outs.
At first and second.
So runners at first and second, here we go. Lotzenizer to get ready for his next pitch for the at-bat. Strike 1 called, gets him there. Quite a way to do it. Here we go. Lotzenizer only 3 strikeouts away from the notes. Now here we go. Going to have a runner goes. Hit and run might be successful. That's going to be up to Donnell, and he barely catches it, but he gets it nonetheless. Does not misjudge it as Donnell. How about that to get him moving? That'll be the end of our 5th inning. And so we're going to clear the outboard there, and we're going to head to the top of our 6th inning. Looking forward to it here. This is Eastwood Baseball on Eastwood Sports Media. And welcome back, everybody, to the top of our 6th inning. Eastwood Baseball here in Eastwood Sports Media. What a better way to start out than with the top of your order. Colton Woodward going to be the one up to move it along. And how about that? A big situation now to get up and ahead. Woody's been hit twice today, and he grounded out. But we're really looking forward to seeing what he can do currently. And really, today's the time today to do that. You know, the wind's a little bit down lower. You know, you remember against Fostoria, and you remember, you know, when you played Oak Harbor at home, the wind was unforgiving. So now you're going to want to try to have something a little bit different here today. Whether or not you get that, it is a mystery indeed. So we're trying to get camera back for the top of the 7th. Well, I'll take you to through the 6th. However, here comes Colton Woodward. He's been hit by a pitch twice today and grounded out. So here we go, Colton Woodward at your top for the first pitch by Bennett.
In a second inning of relief.
And gets ready for the first pitch, strike over to Woodward, and that's just a blind shot right at Martin for out number 1 to start it. So now 1 pitch to 1 out. Now we're heading to Brock Messinger, who is up back at it again. He's had a single out in the center field and a sacrifice bunt earlier today, as that's what we have on our score sheet. So now Woodward gets an out over to 5. a.k.a. third base. Messinger 3 for 3 today. And so we'll take him away now, and that will be strike one. 0-1 count. We got one out currently.
This young man has got a 3 for 3 day going.
3 for 3 day for Messinger. Really excited to see what he wants to do. And quite the day.
For a ball, and we're even at 1-1.
And so now here we go. 1-1 count.
Single to left, single to center.
Waiting to find out what exactly can happen. Anything possible here. One out, all ones, and that's high. 2-1 now.
2-1.
2-1 for Messinger. One out, and so now here we go. We'll keep it moving. Messinger on it.
2-1 offer.
And now the 2-1.
Messinger digs in.
And he'll wait, takes it, and swings, and that's going to hit over the head and back to the woods. 2-2 count now with one out here to keep us moving. Nobody out, and there's only one out in the top of our sixth inning. Eastwood up 4-1. Eastwood up to 4-1. Looking for their 10th win of the season. So is Perkins. And that'll barely hit by the feet of Messinger. Going to miss him, however. Full count now with one out. Going to get out of the way on that one. 5 guys have either been hit or walked currently today. And now we'll keep it moving along here. Messinger to take it.
Payoff pitch.
And Messinger to make contact with that. That's going to be a little blooper in the left side and caught again. Another fly out over to the third baseman of Martin. It's more specifically the number 5, Braxton Martin. And so that's going to be another fly out over to Martin at third. Drew Kashmir going to end his perfect streak. Donnell, however, 0 for 3 today after 2 fielder's choices and a error that he was able to get off a single earlier. But 2 outs and the top of our 6th inning. So let's get that moving for Donnell's first pitch of today.
So first 2 up, 2 down.
And so now we'll take it for Donnell. 0-0 count, 2 out. And we'll take it. So that will roll. Donnell going to take that one down and just lets it go on by him.
Jumps ahead at 1-0.
And that's a 1-0 count now for Donnell. 2 outs right on our way currently. So Donnell looks for it now in our 6th. I'll let that one slide on in, and that will be strike one called, however. So now that's a 2-1 count ruled up and away. Ball and a strike on Donnell now. And so now here we go. All ones, 2 out. And it'll be down low. Not sure where that ends up going. But it's a 2 balls, 1 strike scenario now. Still waiting now. 4-1 your count currently. But here we go. Perkins getting ready for it. And now Donnell is up. And he's got a lot of capabilities here, but you just got to get it in time. So Donnell to take it. Going to try to find it high, and that's going to make it 3-1 for Donnell. So Drew Kashmir going to be cleaning up currently. He's got a strikeout, double, and a walk. Donnell, however, as we mentioned earlier, fielder's choice twice, and then a single from an error, but Donnell to make contact for the pitch down the middle. That's going to be in foul territory, and it will be dropped, actually, by the catcher of Cook. Just knocked off his glove. That'll go out. 3-2 count. Full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes in the top of our 6th inning. So Donnell being up, going to try to find something.
But if you probably ask him, he said I probably should have.
Anything possible for him. Kashmir currently on deck, as we mentioned.
Give me one of those again.
So here we go. Donnell to get ready. 3-2 now. Needing to get something, and here we go. Going to kick deal. Donnell to take that in. That's going to be down low. Donnell just going to let that one slide. And so he's going to take a trip and get it moving. Drew Kashmir up. He's got a man on first base now after Donnell will walk for the first time today. And so now Kashmir got a double, strikeout, and walk earlier. 1 for 2 is what his ruling is today. And now he's got 2 outs and a man on first. So Kashmir getting ready to take it here. Going to step off, however, is Bennett for Perkins. And so now here we go. 2 outs. 0-0 count. Gonna have to try to find something here, and there's gonna be a timeout called, and Cook's gonna head out to the mound and talk to him for a minute.
Keep your kids safe online with Bark Junior parental controls, now included with
Now,
all
here we
Buckeye
go.
broadband internet
A
packages.
little bit of a visit, and so that gives me a time to finish up our announcements just a little bit, as I mentioned earlier about the Jazz Fest. Now we'll get it moving right back again. Thank you, everybody. That'll be starting at 6. Tickets will be $35 for dinner entertainment. Just at the door for entertainment will be $20. Tickets are available through the Eastwood Jazz Band. 0 count for 2 out. Here comes Kashmir. Contact made out to left. Line drive going to make the left center, and that will drop. So Donnell's going to head all the way over to third. Kashmir to get at first. How about that? Kashmir to get a good single, and that will give him another one. Just a triple and home run away shy of the cycle. Norton going to come up with the corners painted. Corners painted. Looks like Coach Leedy might want to pinch run, and he will. Jamison King, the senior, going to pinch run for Drew Kashmir.
And he ripped a single down the left field line.
So after that, we've been seeing that a lot this year. And, Kashmir's able to get it on base, but, not the fastest guy in the world, and that's just fine. King uses his speed well.
We have Jamison King that is pinch running for Kashmir.
And he'll be over at first base. Kashmir will be back. Lotzenizer currently on deck. Quarters painted. Jamison King now at first base. 0 count with 2 out.
2 outs.
So here we go. Norton going to wait. High ball. Not going to go anywhere with it, however. 1-0 count, excuse me, with 2 out.
Third out. Carter Cook dropping that.
So now here we go. Going to try to find it out here. 1-0 count, 2 out. Norton going to make contact out to left, and that's going to be a similar spot, and that's going to drop in left center as Donnell will score. King will get over to second, and Norton will take his spot over at first. Eastwood makes it a 5-1 game. Up 4 just like that in the top of our 6th inning. The score was 5-1 or 5-2 last year when they played at Eastwood High School on May 11th. Will we have the same score yet this time? Will it be on April 24th at Perkins?
And Paul Otzenizer,
so the Lumberjack, Paul Otzenizer, 1 for 2 today. He's going to be up. Some stats about him. Singled for an RBI, fly out to left field, and was hit by a pitch. All so far today, that'll be a ball one, if I am not mistaken, called. 1-0 count for Paul Bennett, looking for something. And all runners to go, hit and run. Swing and a miss, so that'll be strike 1 of that, but both runners to steal. King to get to third, Norton to get to second. So now you got 2 in scoring position. Been leaving guys out a lot lately. Cannot have that happen again. Bennett at 30 thrown so far. And so here we go. Going to be down low. Lotzenizer going to let that one get on by. In the dirt, so now that's a 1-1 count. 2 outs up and away. Still trying to find something.
2 runners in scoring position.
So 2 in scoring position. Here comes Lotzenizer. Swings at the high and wide pitch. Missed by him, so that'll be strike 2 called on it. Keeping it moving along. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs as well. And so we're still waiting up and away to see what we want to do. 5-1 currently your score. And here we go. That's going to be a line drive by Lotzenizer. A hop missed over, and is that in time? And it is. Lotzenizer does not get there, so nobody will score. And that will be the end of the top of the 6th inning. So as I mentioned earlier, let's get some announcements in. The 12th Annual Eastwood Jazz Festival will be held Saturday, May 3rd. The festival will include a dinner and entertainment provided by the Toledo Jazz Festival combo. So for getting that moving along, what else is there? Oh, that is correct. Let's find it. Includes dinner, entertainment provided, a Bowling Green, Eastwood, Otsego, and Van Buren High School jazz bands. And there will be a silent auction with a 50-50 drawing. Doors open at 5:30. Performances start at 6. The 4-course meal will include a bruschetta appetizer, Caesar salad, garlic knots, and a split plate of breadsticks, chicken piccata with vegetable medley and nested spaghetti over a Frobos Italian bratwurst and a cannoli with tiramisu. There will be a vegetarian option available. Tickets are $35 for dinner and entertainment. Entertainment-only tickets can be purchased at the door for $20. Tables for 8 with preferred seating is $245. And also, there will be a summer camp offered by the University of Toledo for students entering sophomore, junior, or senior year interested in neuroscience. If you're interested, please see your counselor, either Mr. Heminger or Mrs. Strossine, to get a flyer. And the Eastwood Youth Baseball and Softball Association is hosting their annual opening day event at Basic Park on Saturday for youth teams and are looking for volunteers to help run different stations. If interested, please email AJ at eastwoodbsa@gmail.com to arrange a time to come out and help. Pierce Design Studios is looking also for a few students in need of community service hours to help with yard work. If interested, please contact Julia at 419-283 or piercedesignstudio@gmail.com. Again, that's 419-283-4891 or piercedesignstudio@gmail.com. There will be a PM assembly schedule on Friday, May 2nd, and the one and only prom held at the Glass City Boardwalk will be this Saturday for all Eastwood juniors and seniors. And let's give a congratulations to our newly elected 2025-2026 Tri-M Music Society officers, President Cameron Brinker, Vice President Savannah Stevens, and now here we go, Secretary Mila Shoemaker and Treasurer Tyler Bengry. Now back to baseball. Lotzenizer still going strong on the mound. The number 15 of Coke on the line, and he'll get a single out to Donnell in center for a hit. Nobody out, and here we go again. The number 3 to head on up of Coke again. Cash Cook gonna find it. The junior right at that.
On base. Let's see if they can cash in with the other Cook, Cash Cook.
So the Cash Cook going to be up with Carter Cook, the freshman, on bag. 5-1 now our score, and here we'll go. Nobody out in the 6th inning. We get this restarted. And that'll be a hit high out in the left. Going to have to chase for it, and in Donnell will get it in time. So we can switch that, actually. That'll be out number 1 in the bottom of our 6th inning. And just like that, we're still going up and strong. Blake Parker now, the junior, going to be up for the Perkins Pirates. So now here we go, back at it again.
Blake Parker.
Blake Parker to be up, and here we go. Waiting for something, 1 for 2 today, strike 1 called. So now we're at an 0-1 count.
Curveball for strike 1.
And there will be 1 out ruled as well. So we're going to have to get that situated on their board. But that's strike 2. So now the 0-2, and we're keeping it moving.
Back-to-back curveballs.
1 outside, and that one.
And there's 1 out as well. So here we go again. Parker looking for something, and now back at it again. That's going to be hit and lined out into right field and caught by Shoemaker for out number 2. And that will keep the number 8, it looks like out there, of Connor Smith, who is pinch running for the Perkins Pirates. But here we go, out number 2 in the bottom of the 6th. Number 22, Quentin Bennett, going to be up again. He's got 1 strikeout today, 0 for 1 earlier on a backwards K like that. So now here we go with 2 out.
And there's only a bat was called out on strikes.
And the next one going in, that'll be a strike 1 called. Outside plate for strike 1. After the fly out by Parker. And at 0 for 1, Lotzenizer to throw in and look for the 0-2. Going to get a 1-1, however. Ball 1 just like that. A curveball does not get in time.
You just got to try to drive it somewhere. See it early.
So now here we go. Going to try it again. That's going to be rolled outside. Outside, ball 2. So now a 2-1 count just like that. And we'll keep it going now.
Lotzenizer checking the runner at first, who's Carter Cook.
And now the 2-1 waits down in the dirt. 3-1 count as well. So now that's 2 outs.
Cook reached base on,
and we're still waiting for that one
single
now.
to begin the inning, but he is still there with 2 outs.
Now back at it again, the 3-1. Lotzenizer looking to change it around here. Definitely has to. And he'll wait that one sliding. That'll be a 3rd walk today. Bennett will walk, and here we go. Does not chase or go anywhere. So now Sam Sweifert going to have his opportunity on now for the Perkins Pirates. The second baseman will be up 2 outs, and they got a man on first.
Only the 3rd walk in the afternoon for Lotzenizer.
And so now here we go. Lotzenizer going to wait, and that'll be strike 1 called. So now the 0-1 for Paul.
Sam today
And we'll
has
keep this
popped
one
out to
moving
first
now.
base,
Anything
and he
possible here,
has
quite
singled
frankly.
Or actually, it was a single to shortstop. He just hustled it out.
And to keep it rolling, that'll be strike 2 called by Lotzenizer. 0-2 just like that. Great one to throw. And so now we'll keep that one going. 0-2 count. We got 2 outs right now.
Is not a pitcher you want to be facing with an 0-2 count.
Now for it again. 0-2 for Lotzenizer. Throws in down in the dirt. Gonna get a send him going. Norton gonna try over to third. And does he get there in time? No, he does not. So 2 will advance. Manette over to second. And number 8 of Connor Smith, the sophomore, gets over to third base.
Like he had just slipped a little bit when he
Norton to slip a little bit.
Wasn't able to really gather himself because.
But here we go. 5-1 now your score. Lotzenizer on the 1-2 looking for something.
With 2 outs.
And he'll get it, and high pitch thrown by Lotzenizer. That's going all the way into center. Donnell to get it, and he's going to drop the ball. And so they'll send home 1, and they'll send home 2. And just like that, it's 5-3, and you can hear the Perkins crowd behind us waiting for that. Number 7 now of Davey going to be on up. Brace Davey, the sophomore. Going to try to get it moving. There's 1 on now for the Perkins Pirates. 5-3 your score. They got 1 more run than last year, and that will be 10-5 total between the 2 games from last year and this year.
2 RBI single by Schweinfurt, and now it's Bryce Davey.
And now back at it again. The 1-2, the bunt attempt, and then going to pass it on by. 1-2 count now with 2 out.
1 ball, no strikes.
So we'll keep it going now. On the 0 count, 2 outs. Lotzenizer going to throw, going to try to find it, and that's going to hit all the way out on our left side. Davey tries to get it, not going to work. 0-1 now. We got 2 out currently.
Nice baseball player.
So now back at it again, waiting to see something up and ahead here.
When you were young, you always
And
thought
so
that'd be
Lotzenizer
a
going to
thing.
wait. And on the 1-1, going to take it inside, strike
Inside
2.
corner for a strike, it's
Going
one
to curve it on
strike.
in beautifully. 1-2 count now in the bottom of our 6th, excuse me.
Certainly can. Make
Means he could have one more inning
He'll be
upon
next
us.
year. He'll be right at the top of the order.
And now here we go. Lotzenizer going to need a strikeout, and he gets it. How about that? That will end our 6th inning. We're going to have ourselves a break. How about that? This will be heading to the 7th inning on for Eastwood Baseball here on Eastwood Sports Media. And welcome back, everybody, to Eastwood Baseball here on Eastwood Sports Media. Jack Sensenig up to bat now, 5-3 your score, so we can get that situated now. But here we go. His first pitch, he'll see he's going to choose to tank that, and that's going to be towards foul territory, but caught by the center fielder, giving us a 5-3 lead just like that in the top of our 7th inning. And we'll bring up Cam Shoemaker, and boy, oh boy, I got to tell you, folks, Cam Shoemaker is quite the interesting tale that we're able to see currently today. When you look at him, he's been hit by a pitch twice. That was back-to-back, and he is 0 for 1 ruled today. So for his 4th at-bat of the game, Drew Ludhart currently on deck. Bennett at 33 thrown to here we go. He'll let that one go by. That's going to be ball one. So now the 1-0 count. Going to try to find something here. Anything possible, really. 1-0 count.
Coming out to close this game.
Looking for the closer right now, Kashmerick in the bullpen. And so now we'll get it moving back at it again. 2-0 count now for Shoemaker. And we'll keep this one away. So now here we go. I'm going to get a hit by pitch there from earlier. Now he's at a 3-0 count, however. And so now you got to wonder if it'll happen to him again. 3-0 count now for Shoemaker. And he'll get ready to take it and down low, and that will be ball four. So he's going to take a trip and bring up Drew Luthart. Going to come on up now. You're going to have to find him here, so here we go at it. And now back at it. 0-0 count. We got one out currently. Luthart 0 for 2 today. Do not let that discourage you. Anything possible here.
Number 9 spot in the order here takes.
And so now we'll be back at it again. Outside ball one. So now we're at a 1-0 count, waiting for this. 5-3 currently your score, folks. Luthart getting ready now. And so Luthart going to go back at it again, takes it down, and that'll be a 1-1 count. And so that will be 1 ball, 1 strike that you're dealing with currently. So now here we go. All ones across your board, 1 out, and you're back at it again for Shoemaker. And a runner goes, going to try to find it, and that will be safe. Shoemaker not even going to slide there. He'll get there standing up. So now a man in scoring position for Eastwood. Luthart just trying to get on base. And here we go, the number 15 of Cook still catching the freshman, definitely showing it here today. And now Luthart going to wait again. That's going to be outside ball 3. 3-1 count with Woodward due up to finish the order back again. And now here we go. And so now here we go for Woodward. Currently now, but Luthart going to let that one go. He'll swing and gets it missing. 3-2 count now to get us loaded. Full count. Not backing away from a challenge, though. Luthart wants to keep this one away, and you already know he's going to. And that's going to be a step off there. Shoemaker not going to move anywhere, and so he will reset his lead, and we'll keep it going.
Hopefully it won't happen.
And going in. Luthart going to wait, and he'll swing at that and miss. That'll be strike 3, another strikeout for Bennett. His second one of today, both actually on Luthart. So now Woodward going to be up for Eastwood. Looking forward to this. You got Shoemaker in currently, but Woodward rolled 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch twice. You got the lead here. You just got to play heavy defense. And you got Kashmerick looking that he will probably close for today. But here goes high ball for Woodward. That'll be ball 1.
Messinger on deck.
So Messinger on deck. Now we're back at it again. Here we go. 1-0 count for 2 out. Gonna have to try to find something that'll be down and low. So now that'll be ball 2. 2-0 count for him. No, excuse me, they'll rule that a strike, so that's a 1-1 count. Over 2 outs, so now here we go. Looking forward to that. So now here we go. Woodward going to take it in the 1-1 high ball. 2-1 count now for Colton Woodward, and here we go. Looking forward to it as well. So now back at it again for Woodward. Anything possible. So now Woodward. Getting ready for it. Going to try to get somewhere. He's got Shoemaker on second. Woodward to wait. Down low and outside. Ball 3. So now the 3-1. And here we go. Definitely in his good favor. Could get on base either by a hit by pitch or walk for the 3rd time today, which would definitely be interesting to see. Now here we go for Woodward again. Wanting to get somewhere. Going to head on in, and that's going to be caught and then knocked. Right out foul over there. So now back full count 3-2 to get us away. So after that one, waiting to see what else you want to do. And you'll have to take it. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the 2 outs. Woodward almost going to wait, but that will be a Quentin Bennett situation where he's going to choose to step off with Woodward up. So he'll go take it. Makes contact right back to us to hit it,
There's not much room.
to hit the netting. And so that will be a 3-ball, 2-strike count.
At that top bar of the back.
Right.
I'm thinking,
And
man,
now here we
It's
go.
close.
Looking forward for it again now. Full count for Woodward. Needs something. Belt kick deal, waiting high. And Woodward's going to take a trip. And how about that? Brock Messinger going to be up next. Now here we go again.
Rated bat. Now you bring up
Messinger up. Seen him a lot today.
3 singles.
Was able to get a sacrifice bunt, a single to center field, and was flied out over to the third baseman on Perkins of Martin. And so now 2 on for Eastwood to get moving. And here comes Messinger. Going to get contact with that. That's going to go way up and high. And that'll be out. So Eastwood could have just batted for the last time today. We'll see what they bring into the bottom of our 7th inning. Don't go anywhere. This is Eastwood Baseball here on Eastwood Sports Media. And welcome back, everybody, to the bottom of our 7th inning. Could be over here shortly, but now we have the number 4, Dylan Crabtree, leading off. New pitcher, Drew Kashmerek. And here we go. Lead off versus closer. Back to Kashmerek. Bunt over. Does it get there in time? And it does! Barely! How about that? In time, Kashmerek used all force in his arm. Out number 1.
Over farther to the left of us.
And now the number 5 of Braxton
Bang, bang.
Martin.
Nice job by Ken.
How about it for Kashmerek? Gets that one moving beautifully. 1 out now. Here we go. Looking for something here. 1 out. Hot start for Eastwood to the 7th. And now here we go. Down low and outside, ball 1. So now the 1-0. To keep this one moving along, here we go. They're going to try to find something down low and out. And that's ball 2. So now the 2-0. To keep this one moving along, here we go. Now at it again. Now for something. Kashmerek to throw. Going to get him swinging high. Saves the 2-0. Now make that a 2-1. Bottom of our 7th inning. Here, 5-3 your score. A lot of anticipation indeed for what's actually going on today. 2-1 count now with 1 out. Make that 3-1 as that will be ball 3 to get it going. Walton going to find something. So now Kashmerek going to look for something. Going to try to get him, and that'll be a hit over Woodward. Grounder back to it, and Colton shows why he's Woody. He's the main guy over Buzz. That'll be out number 2 and brings up the 3rd man of the order, Talon Walton, the junior. Eastwood 1 out away from closing it. Improvement, however, though, from previously. Perkins got only 3 in the previous one, but now even count, 2 outs. Kashmerek brings it up for Walton. Here we go again.
Now offering landscaping services and financing. for all
And so
your
now back
construction
to
needs.
go. Cashmere going to throw it and tries to get it in outside. Ball one. So now that's a 1-0 for Cashmere. Definitely looking forward to it.
Talon Walton.
Could be the last guy here. 2 outs in the bottom of our 7th. Eastwood up by 2. So we'll take it. And that'll be a high popper. That's going to be Shoemaker, and that might be all she wrote. And it is. Eastwood going to clear it out. Out 3 for the game. Eastwood going to celebrate, going to have an hour-long drive home, and then we will score, and then we will surf when we get there. Thank you, everybody, for watching tonight. I'm Dan Ridenour. That'll be the Eastwood's 10th win of the season, and I got